Yo, Joe!
Hello everybody and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to be taking a close look at Big Ben. He has finally arrived and I didn't just get one, but I got two of them. So why? Because I think he makes for a good army builder to have your own kind of British forces. I believe he's SAS G.I. Joe member, so that's pretty nifty. And just to get this kind of rambling out of the way, Walmart kind of fucked up big time. I mean, we know it's Walmart and they tend to do that, but I had my Big Ben on pre-order since day one. I think I had an order of 2, and you know, up until I think it was about a week ago, I see somewhere online and they're like, oh, Big Ben is in stock, and my order had not been processed or any of that nature. So I said, screw it, I'm just gonna cancel my pre-order and order 2 that are already in stock. And well, here they are. And I think that's where Walmart is kind of messing up in orders, you know. They're not accomplishing the pre-orders. They just throw product in stock and boom, there's a shortage of stock for those who pre-ordered, and it really does suck because then their orders get canceled and now they need to try and order it again if it's available in stock again. Again, it sucks, but I guess that's how Walmart works. They don't care about pre-orders. I mean, we've clearly seen that, but at least they were still in stock, and well, here we have them. Let's take a closer look. This is part of the Night Force, I guess, subset that Classified is now introducing, which is kind of terrible for Night Force lovers, because this seems to be Walmart's exclusive subline. So that's a bit unfortunate, but we have Classified there at the top. Night Force David Big Ben Bennett, the Classified logo there. We do have, you know, a nice digital render of him in this kind of cave system with some purple crystals, and then we have a dog, which is an Easter egg to, I know it's one of the G.I. Joe cartoons. I'll probably look it up and see if I can put a clip of it. And then we have the nice portrait that we've seen with each Classified you know, release, at least the newer ones. And then the accessories there. Of course, we have that QR code on this side. We have the super enlarged portrait, and I accidentally zoomed in, but yeah, there's the big portrait, number 77 of the line, and then some back zoom in shots of the British flag and some other logo or representation there on this other side. Accessories, extra head, and then Big Ben himself, he's 6.5 inches. So without further ado, let's crack this guy open because I'm really excited for this guy. There we go. Throw the box to the side. There's Big Ben. Of course, we had the black and white portrait of that same portrait on the box, and then he is tied up with these car driving by, so let them do their noise. Okay, they're gone. He is still using these sort of paper straps there. You have his footlocker 77, David Big Ben Bennett, number 77, and the G.I. Joe logo. And just because I have a version of him, I believe this is version 3 or 4, I'm not even sure. This is 2000 era, not really all that vintage, but I'm trying to get a version 1 version of this guy, which is him in his green attire. And then obviously it's not his Night Force version, so yeah, but we'll put him to the side. Still very nice to have him here. Let's see, open this up. Pretty standard wax baggie, and all the accessories should come out. So that's very cool. Make sure you guys don't leave anything in there. And then I'll take Big Ben out of his prison here, and then we'll take a close look at his accessories. Alright, so let's see. We do have a fair amount of things to look at here for the most part. We'll start with this smaller one. Very plain and simple. We have a kind of silencer or suppressor, whichever one you prefer to call it. And I'm not sure which way it connects. I assume barrel goes here. And yeah, that's where the bullet exits. We have this very cool kind of submachine gun here. Nicely detailed. Everything is in this gray plastic. I don't really mind it. It's not, doesn't look too bad. At least it's better than, you know, bright colors. But yeah, full gray plastic for these. This one's cool. No removable mag for it, which is unfortunate, but you can attach the suppressor on it as such. And I believe that's the only gun it's gonna fit on, is this one, or any other gun you have that has this kind of barrel. But yeah, that attaches onto there. Very cool. And then we have the assault rifle, which I was very excited for because it has a, well, there it goes, but it's not as loose as, well, I say it's not as loose, and it is kind of very loose. And I mean, it works, it functions, but it is, as you can see, very loose. But I was very excited because when I saw this, a double barrel sort of assault rifle, I was like, what? Is that even a thing? And you do have a dual kind of magazine. The sculpted bullets aren't the greatest. But yeah, 2 magazines in there, and they should port in here very snugly. Very cool. I love it. I dig it. It looks amazing. And then we do have his larger LMG kind of gun. A bit warped on the front here. Needs a little bit correction up. But yeah, again, a solid gray plastic. It's a new sculpt. We haven't seen this one. And a new magazine that we haven't seen either, with some painted bullets and sculpted bullets. So this should have a hole there, and it is keyed, so it goes in only one way. And let me see if I can get it here. And there that is. Definitely gonna have to warp that back, but I love the overall look of it. Some nice detailing with these accessories. And then lastly, we do have the sort of gas mask accessory here, which makes Big Ben sort of a army builder, since you can have multiple of this character with the mask on. But obviously, I mean, there's no face, so there's no name to that face. So you can have a little squad unit of, you know, British soldiers with the gas mask on. I do have another one on order, but that one's from Pull, so I'll have Big Ben and his other 2 team soldiers or comrades to tag along. But this looks very cool. Some nice detailing, very shiny silver there for the eyes, some nice texturing. And yeah, it is only the neck hole down here, but I will demonstrate that in the storage or just later on in the video. But yeah, this looks cool, and I'm sure Hasbro will reuse this at some point. With that being said, let's look at Big Ben himself. So Big Ben here, pretty good articulation overall. We are seeing some reuse and some relatively new stuff with this guy. Head hinges up about that much with neck and everything, and down pretty well. You can see where that neck joint is a bit more separated to help put this other head sculpt in. So if we remove it, pretty easy, no struggle there, and then put this one on, and that looks cool. Doesn't really look up as much, just a tiny bit, and then not as much down either. Again, it's only the neck piece or joint, I guess, ball joint at the bottom. It's gonna move around. So yeah, it doesn't have an upper neck joint to help it move at the top, but it still looks very neat and cool. Arms go out about that much, and I believe this is relatively new. I mean, I don't remember seeing anything like this, at least with this shoulder piece here. It is moving on its own in there. You get this crazy range going like all up and down just at the shoulder, and then of course the butterfly joint and all that stuff. You have your bicep swivel there. Double jointed arms, very cool, which I believe are new. This side has the trigger finger on his left, so yeah, that goes vertically. Mine's kind of tight in there, and I don't want to risk breaking it, especially because it's an exclusive, but this side does hinge horizontally, and his right arm is a bit tighter to go up, but I guess it loosened up a bit just being here in this hot room. But yeah, very strange kind of articulation going on there, which I don't know, it provides some more range, I guess. You have the ab crunch there, can crunch forward, back, and forward, and then he does have the waist swivel, which is nicely hidden by this, I guess, kind of jacket skirt piece. So very cool. Again, I hope Hasbro, the team, considers doing some sort of cut here. We saw with Snow Job where you can't really kick up the legs, and if you do, it kind of raises this up. So if Hasbro would consider doing some minor cuts there, I mean, kind of like they did over here on the side, that helps kicking out. But I think maybe one in the front would also help in kicking forward. You do have the upper thigh cut, very tight knees. So yeah, he can kick his own ass. These are the Sergeant Slaughter legs. I recognize those because it's the same boots. And then you do have the boot swivel, goes back, forward, and ankle pivot. And yeah, the rest is, from what I can see, new sculpt, new arms. This is a new chest. It's a weird thing. No, it is fully sculpted. So it's a new sculpt for the chest, and then of course the skirt piece there. This is a new holster we haven't seen. New kind of storage here on the back. You have a pouch for a magazine, and then the silencer or suppressor. Very cool. You have this new overlay. It's not the same as Rock and Roll's bullet. Forget the name of the thing, but it's not the same, bullet piece there. As you can see, Rock and Roll's, the bullets go all the way around. This one has straps. Very cool. We still have the Joe Pro. I think that's what they called it there. But yeah, very nice articulation, very nice looking sculpt all around. I guess we can take a quick look at everything here. Yeah, I wanted to show off the decals here, or the patches. I think that's a more proper word. We have this sort of lion bird thing, and then the British flag on this side. Very cool. The bullets are sculpted nicely and painted nicely. Very cool. Just to show off Big Ben much closer. Looks very cool with that camo. And he has a microphone there, his very iconic hat there, which I believe, if it shows it's like strapped, so I believe if he lets go of them, they go down and covers his ears. So yeah, very cool head sculpt. I really like it. Is it anything like his vintage counterpart? I see the resemblance. But yeah, with that being said, let's move on to some storage and then my final thoughts. We'll do this segment with Big Ben's head sculpt on, and then so here we have holster for his small SMG here, and it should go in nicely, so that looks good. No problems there. We can port his suppressor on this hole here. No issues there either. And then the magazine, I believe, is for this smaller magazine, and we can port that in there very nicely. No issues there, but I think I will be displaying them with this new assault rifle. I mean, it's really hard to decide on which one. This one isn't as warped, so I guess I'll go with that for now. And that's all you get for storage. There's no back piece, which, you know, with classified we're kind of used to seeing back pieces, but I don't mind it here. This guy looks like a total badass, and yeah, I'm gonna have so much fun with this guy. And once I get his second troop, but let's see, just to, yeah, this thing doesn't clip on very well, kind of similar to that of, you know, Falcon shotgun, where he had that folding stock. It's not super functional, but you can get him to hold it. It works. So yeah, with that being said, let's move on to my final thoughts. One bit of I guess articulation I missed with the accessories is this bipod. It was very nicely hidden, but they are folded up, and I guess I missed that. But yeah, there is foldable bipods, so functioning bipods. Very nice. Alright everybody, so here we have them. Just to give you an idea, with the second Big Ben there, as it's just a regular trooper, how it would look. You know, I would have a, you know, the third one on this side. But yeah, very nice figure. I love it. I like the accessories. The plastic, I really hope Hasbro decides to, you know, eventually use harder plastic. You know, I think everybody wants that. One thing to mention, yeah, blast effects, of course, port into the big light machine gun, as well as the assault rifle, and as well as the smaller gun. Of course, if you have the suppressor on. But yeah, final thoughts are, if you can get them, go ahead and buy them. You know, because it is an exclusive. Who knows how long it will last, because exclusives tend to be only there for like about a month, or not even. It sometimes feels like they're only there for about 2 weeks, and then they're gone and never to be seen again. So yeah, my plans for these kind of troopers is to see if I can remove this without having to cut the harness, because it is pretty much, you know, it's a very tight fit. You know, I was gonna try and see if I could do the typical over the hands and head, but that seems a bit, you know, tough. But you know, that just to give make them look different. You know, have Big Ben with the ammo belts, and then the troopers will just have the regular, you know, kind of jacket look, and then maybe swap this to this side. I'm not too sure on that, but those are my plans with these guys. And if I have to cut this, well, then I'll have to cut it, but I'll see if I can heat up the figure and maybe remove it that way. But yeah, that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is pretty lengthy review as always, but I really do hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I covered everything and, you know, kind of answered any questions that you guys may have. If you do have any questions, leave them in the comment below, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. But yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in a future review. I mean, Big Ben is already out. I think polls sent me an email notification of what's to come. So I think you guys have a general idea of what else is to come in terms of reviews. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in a future video.